Hey everybody, we're here with Brandon today. He's currently here, a student here at UNT and is majoring in kinesiology. Now, a few years ago, Brandon embarked on a personal fitness journey that kind of brought him into the world of fitness, working out, eating healthy, and whatnot. And I guess in this interview, we're going to be talking about his personal ups and downs during this whole fitness journey. We're going to be talking about his motivations and many more other things. Now, to start things off, I kind of want to talk about your background. You know, how it first dawned on you to start working out and start hitting the gym and whatnot. And I kind of want to ask the reason why. Was it a specific person that you looked up to, or was it just something you felt that you personally needed to do, or what was the reason why you started?
Yeah, my fitness journey started way before when I was like younger with sports and stuff like that. And playing sports was the main reason why I was going to like being fit and being healthy. And then as times changed, I had to retire from playing sports due to injuries and other personal reasons, to be honest. That changed the reasons for health and fitness. And I guess that's where we could start from there.
So you brought up the fact that you played sports back in when you were younger, right? What sports did you play?
I played football, basketball, and I ran track.
So you played football, basketball, and track, and you said that an injury caused you to kind of stop that.
Yeah.
How did that kind of affect you personally and physically? That having an injury and needing to recover from that.
I mean, I stopped. I stopped having the will to like playing and stuff like that because injuries kept happening after that, and just didn't want to continue playing no more. And then the focus of like fitness came up later on through friends, and that's what kind of got me into this new journey of health and fitness.
So now, as you transition, like you said, to consistently be more in the gym and kind of back away from being into sports, what do you say was the hardest thing when it came to that transition into this new lifestyle of yours?
I mean, with sports, you're playing for like teammates and stuff like that, and now it's just personal reasons and other stuff like that.
So you brought up the personal reasons. So I guess what I would ask is, what are some of your personal reasons to why you kind of embark and still keep going?
One is health reasons. Two, I have a younger brother that I want to look up to me and have that mentality of not like being lazy and stuff like that.
So with a younger brother, is it kind of like you feel like it's your duty or your job to make sure that he has somebody to look up on in terms of this fitness thing?
Yeah, because I don't want him to be like just stagnant and not be fit, especially when he has the dreams of his own. And if he can achieve those, why not set an example of accomplishing those?
So up until this point, we pretty much talked about the positives that came out of it, how you impact other people. Now, what would you say were kind of some adversities or challenges, right? Because with the good also comes the bad. So how do you say you overcame that adversity and challenge, and how did you wake up when you didn't really want to wake up, or how did you work out even though you were tired or sore? How did you kind of overcome that big hump?
First off is the mentality, like you said. I mean, you just got to push through it, whether you want it or not. I mean, there's days where you're just exhausted. There's days where you have work, you have homework and stuff like that, and you just got to find time to do that. And I mean, you have to have that motivation of whether you wanted to do it or not.
So now, as you look back, and obviously, like I said, there came the good, the bad, with everything. Would there be anything that you would necessarily change about the whole process? If, say, you got a fresh, clean slate and you were able to do it again, would there be anything you changed about your kind of journey or how you went about it?
Yeah, I mean, just because I got injured, I should have just gotten back to rehab and stuff like that, and then going back to health, being healthier and stuff like that. Because once I got injured, I just stopped completely. I just was unmotivated and stuff like that, and I would want to get back into it, whether I wanted to play sports for fun more so than competitively, and or just go straight into fitness.
And I think in certain people's lives, and I speak for myself when I say this, we do lose motivations for certain things at certain times, and I know it can be very difficult to get back on the motivation.
Yeah.
So, kind of, how did you get back to that motivation? And to the viewers, how would you kind of express and what would be your advice for people that have maybe lost motivation and trying to seek it again?
I mean, one day I just woke up in the mirror and I was like, I didn't like the way I was looking. And then I was having friends that already just started going through this, that were going through the same thing I was. And we just was like, hey, let's just go to the gym kind of thing. And just grouping up together and starting getting into shape.
Now, you didn't like how you were looking, obviously, and that over time changed with working out and watching what you eat in terms of diet and whatnot. But what would you say also goes into kind of like going into this fitness thing and staying on top of it and being consistent with it besides the physical and the food wise?
Being accountable, like you're gonna have to have friends that are keeping you accountable, cause like you will have friends that are like, hey, let's go out, let's go eat, let's do something, keep you off track. But I mean, you have to keep those friends also accountable too, that are in that journey with you. Be like, no, let's not go backwards, you know.
So would you say holding yourself accountable and maintaining that motivation is very important in this term?
Yeah, yeah, having those people around you too.
So in terms of support team or support group, would you say that's kind of an important thing to have in this personal, or is it more of an individualistic thing?
It can be both. I mean, the individual comes first, and then the support group comes second, because you will find new people in the gym and stuff like that. That's another advantage of this fitness journey, is having to meet new people and stuff like that. I mean, that individual is where it starts.
So now we talked about how it was like growing up, and then we talked about how that transitioned into the present and how you are right now. But I would like to ask, in about like 5 to 10 years, where do you kind of see yourself in terms of the fitness thing, and if you still want to continue it, if there's certain goals or achievements that you want to kind of reach at a certain point in your life? And I also know that you're majoring in kinesiology, so I know kind of how that can go kind of hand in hand. So is there anything in school that you would like to do that would kind of reflect this whole fitness thing?
So there's no real long term right now. I'm just really right now just trying to maintain. I feel comfortable where I was at and where I'm at. Yeah, like you brought up kinesiology. I do have goals with my degree and stuff like that. I'm focusing on strength and conditioning, and trying to go with athletic training (AT), and I'm trying to get my master's in that, and actually have work in clinics and stuff like that to help, whether it's athletes or cardiac patients, to help rehab with injuries and stuff like that.
Okay, well, I found this conversation to be very insightful, and I hope that y'all found it insightful as well. And I wish you the best of luck moving forward.
Thank you for having me.